Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to the best of the 757 Community Talk Show. I'm a little late. I'm always late. But I hope you forgive me. But nevertheless, happy holidays. Happy holidays to everyone. Hope that everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving weekend and that, hey, you was with family and friends. And if you went out of town, that you made it back in time to get ready for the rest of the week, rest of the week, so that you can make sure that everything is going great for you and your family. But as I say before, just want to welcome you to the best of the 757 Community Talk Show. And come on in the house and enjoy some conversation. And we're just going to reach out and touch people today. Just a few. So people can know what's going on in the 757. Good afternoon. How you doing? Well, let me let you see my face so you'll know that I'm here and it's not a recording. How you doing? Everybody's okay? Want to thank everybody for supporting the videos and commentary that I've been putting up on Facebook. And we want everybody to, let you know that we're thankful for your support and for your following us on the best of the 757 Community Talk Show, and as well as GA for Justice with your community activist Georgia Allen every Thursday from 12 until 1, the location. But as we can continue, we are trying to let you know that we're always about the community, always trying to bring you information so that we can move forward in changing the way we see things, changing the way we do things, and most of all, showing love to our future generation. That generation right there, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, to let them know that we care and we appreciate them. And it's never too late. It's never too late to let people know that we love them, especially our young people. It's very important for them to know that we care about them, that we love them. It's like they get lack of love. To me, it's the lack of love in our community for our young people because they don't know who to trust. And if you can't gain their trust, you can't gain them in any way to make sure that they are understanding that you love them. And that's the key component to raising kids and being involved with kids' lives so that they'll know that you love them. And when they know that you love them, they won't let you down. They will not let you down. That's the key important for letting young people know. Send a mad shout out to MZ Vaughn. What's up, my man? Thank you for always supporting, no doubt about it. It's all about, creating an environment and an opportunity for our young people to grow up like we did. We grew up, your parents now, or you might be an uncle or aunt, but you grew up. Somebody protected you. Somebody shielded you from the outside world. See, when you're in your home, you have to let young people know when you're in your home, that's your safe haven. That's where you get to enjoy the things that your mother and father has worked hard for. And when you do invite family or friends over to your home, they must respect that because that's where you stay. Just like if your kids go over to other people's homes, they must respect the rules and regulations, and kids have to obey, not change the rules because, oh, I'm the only one here. My mom's at work. You can come over. We know how the game is played. We already have been through that. And when your parents tell you not to do something, you pay a price for that as well. I know I paid a price, but like I tell people, I've always been helping people throughout my life, even when I was a child. I just love to help people. My if my brother had to clean up the kitchen, and my dad would say, "Well, let him do it by himself." And my mom and dad might leave to go see a friend or go shopping, and I help him anyway. What happened? I broke a dish. And when my dad got back, my sister told him, my sister Irene told on him and told on me that I broke a dish before my mom and dad can get in the house. Whoa. I'm like, let him get in the house first, Maybe he'll give me a break. He gave me a break. As soon as he got in the house, he went and got that switch. Say, come on in this room and pull down your pants. I told you not to help him wash the dishes. Now you done broke one. And the cost for breaking the dish is you get a whipping. And that's what it was called when I was growing up, because it was like corporate punishment. You ain't got no clothes on and you're getting that switch on you. When your mom and dad say something, you learn to follow their rules. But today, our young people are not following rules. They make up their own rules because they want to fit in. They want to be with their friends. They want their friends tell them what to do. And that's where we have to come in and talk to them and let them know that, no, your mom and dad, we're going to sit down and talk to you and let you know that's not what you do. You obey what we tell you to do, and that way you stay out of trouble. And, I always get caught helping somebody else, and I pay the price for it. And that's why it's important to let our young people know they are the future generation. These young men and women, young ladies, these kings and queens have an opportunity to grow up to run a city, a state, or the whole United States of America. But if you don't educate them and let them know that's how much involvement they can have in growing up, then they don't know. And that's where we come in as elders and parents and uncles and aunts. We can't wait till they go get in trouble, and then the neighborhood is talking about, hey, we want you to volunteer to raise other kids when you're stuck trying to raise yours. And to me, the system is broke because they keep coming up with the same. It's like they want to keep using the same formula when kids are dying every night, every week, every day. We got to come together. See, first you got to educate young people and some adults about the police department. First of all, the police department is not a babysitting service. Let's get that clear. The police department is not a babysitting service. The police department takes an oath to protect and serve. Let's say that 3 times. To protect and serve. To protect and serve. And you're a business owner. If you are, you might be thinking about opening up a business. You don't want nobody breaking into your store, your restaurant. You don't want nobody coming into your business and disrupting your atmosphere, your customers that you work so hard to get them to start supporting your business. Protect and serve. So when you have a problem, you call the police department and they come over and try to solve that problem without have to taking somebody to jail. So when we get it construed that, hey, well, that's my son, I'm sorry, I was looking for something else. We have to show our young people love. We have to show them love. See, when I see this picture, I'm thinking that, this picture right here, it's like the picture right there is, they praising God. But let's look at another scenario. Hands up. What you done? See, we can take a picture to make it say one thing, but in the minds of young people, it's saying, put your hands up. And every time we'll get stopped by the police, that's what's going on. You put your hands up, put your hands on the car, and then they turn around and throw you on the ground. So when that happens, you got 3 to 5 police officers in the with their knee in your back. That's over at least 8 to 1,200 pounds of men's holding you down when you're not trying to do anything but obey their command. But we as Black people, that's more like treating us, our kids and adults, like animals. We're not trying to harm you. There's so many things that we can do to change the negative the way our young people approach, and adults, the Afro-American community as a whole. I don't care how long you see people get stopped. You never see a white person laying on the ground. Laying on the ground. So what is the policy of the police department? If the police department is saying that's the procedure when they apprehend somebody, I ain't seen no white person on the ground. You barely even snatch them or pull them around. That's not equal service. And I didn't deal with all kind of police officers and detectives. Now you got some rogue police officers out there, and you got a lot of police officers that'll treat you with respect. It's called respect. And boiling down to respect is love. You just want to be loved. You just want to be treated fair. How can you be treated fair if I'm laying on the ground and you weigh more than me and you got your knee in my back? And most people are thinking that, oh, your lungs are in the front. No, your lungs are not in the front of your back. I mean, in your front. Your lungs are in your back. That's why when they lay you on your stomach and put their knee in your back, you can't expand your cage that protect your heart and all your vital organs. But your lungs are, when you begin to exhale and breathe, it has to expand. You can't expand if you're laying on your stomach. And that's why we have to educate our young men and women. If a police officer stop you, it's not disrespectful to say, yes, sir, good evening, how you doing? And when they stop you, have your license and registration, and you're like, your rights. Everybody know their rights. Everybody know their rights. But if you know your rights, he wouldn't be stopping you because something you did caused him to draw attention to you. You was either speeding, ran a red light, or ran the caution light because it wasn't red yet, and you didn't get through the caution light in time, and he gets you like that. And the difference is you don't have to argue with him. You just have to go to court, plead your case, and the judge will make a determine, depending on how many times you've been stopped, ran a traffic sign, or whatever problem you might have with the city. And if there's no problem, he usually dismiss it or give you a small fine and a warning, something. But everything you have to understand about the police. The police works for the community to protect and serve. But if he pulls you over, he's now working for the judge, and the judge will determine what happened to you. So you don't have to argue with a police officer. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm 70-something years old. I respect everybody. If you Black, I'm going to say, yes, sir. If you're a customer, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I mean, my customers usually like, don't call me ma'am. I ain't that old. Yes, but I'm brought up to respect females. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. It doesn't hurt. It shows that you got some home training. You've been brought up the right way. And that's what the Bible say, train them while they're young so they won't go wrong. 2025 is almost here. Less than 27 days or 28 days. But one thing, the new year should bring a change in attitude because we're losing too many young people to gun violence. We have to educate, re-educate. We must go to those school PTA meetings so you can keep abreast of what your child is doing in class. And parents, please, mostly mothers, you know how you get. Come on now. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You must keep your temper. Count to 20. Well, with the ladies, count to 30. Dads don't really go because dads are usually on the job. And if you feel like both of y'all should go, then tell him to schedule an hour and a half off so y'all can go out there and talk to the teacher or the principal or both. Get abreast, get ahead of what's going on with your child by going to PTA meetings, going out to the school, see what's going on with your child, how they doing in class. That's what I did. And if I was working, that's what my wife did. Get a report. Don't wait till the report card come on talking about I'll find out what you're doing. That's too late. You want to nip it in the bud. Everybody want to be in a clique. Everybody want to find a crew they can roll with. But if they ain't rolling to get a good education, why are you rolling with them? You get in trouble, get kicked out of school. And then your mother or father got to lose a day of work, money, to go and find out why you're not paying attention to what the teachers say. And that's before you get to the principal. The teacher went to school to get an education to help you to become a better person. She's not there to criticize you. Now, I've heard some teachers get a little overjealous, then take it to your mom. So she can call them, see what's going on. And if they can't come to an agreement about something, that's when you call the principal, have a meeting. And then if it don't work out, that's when you call the superintendent of the school. That don't work out, then you go down to the school board when they're having meetings and let them know about your concerns. Everybody wants the best thing for the children. We all fall short of doing things the wrong way. But if we start using this word more, I guarantee you things will change. That's right. They will change. All you have to do is give them a call. Love. Because that's what God is. God is love. No matter what religion you study, whatever your faith is, it's all talking about love. It's all talking about love. It's how you interpret it. It's how you perceive it. It's how you want your children to grow up to be somebody and to be respected. And respect is all what we want. Everybody want. Oh, and like I say, it is. I got to put my Christmas tree up. How y'all doing? Now, what's on the Christmas list for everybody? Everybody got their Christmas list for the kids. Now, you know the kids come first. Don't even try it. Don't talk about, well, they've been getting everything all week. Well, don't forget the kids come first. The kids come first. After you pay the bills, then you think about the kids. Don't think about the kids first and don't pay the rent. Then you got double trouble. Let's do it in order. Let me show you how it's done. First of the month, if you don't get paid by the week, rent paid, light bill, water bill, credit cards. Week before, if you ain't been ordering all year, ordering stuff and hiding it, telling Santa Claus to bring it, however you want to do it. But make sure you take away the stress of Christmas. Christmas is supposed to be a enjoyable time and be a happy time for the kids. And I know some of us may not be working. Some of us might be disabled, and that paycheck don't go nowhere. I can go along with you on that, but I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. That money is thin. That money is so thin, it's like taking a glass of water and you ain't got nothing in the bottom. You ain't got nothing in the glass. Ain't no water in there. Ain't nothing left. But one thing, you got organizations that are, giving out gifts for Christmas. Next week, or when I come back on Saturday, I'll try to get some of those lists of people that's donating stuff to people that might be misfortunate enough not be working or having enough income coming in to address Christmas presents for the family. For me, all my kids are grown. They on their own. I tell them in a minute, I don't want no Christmas present. Dad, but I don't want no Christmas present because I can't afford to get 6 kids presents now because I lost my daughter in June. And, but just want them to know, hey, don't give me no presents because I don't have the cash. My cash that made a dash, but nevertheless, I just want to expand on that and let people know. Now, there's some gifts you can give for Christmas, like the new Angie Stone new joint that you see right there. All I'm missing is now in the music store, featuring Juanita Wynn and Jay Brown. And it's reaching up, and it's got Christmas, like a Christmas theme song, but it's a song that you can play every day after Christmas. We have to start educating our young people on positive music. Here at WVDM, I play gospel music, I play gospel rap, I play all kind of gospel songs to fit young people if you're listening throughout the day. So this song right here just came out a couple of weeks ago and it's climbing the charts. So please help support our Christmas artists, Angie Stone, and featuring Juanita Wynn and Jay Brown. All I'm missing, and I'm missing a lot. So if you can get a couple of stockings for me, and I'll come pick them up and make sure they gift cards, because my hand on the tank will be on E. Plus, this one right here is by Juanita Wynn's single. Yes, this is her new single, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Juanita Wynn, Grammy Award winning Juanita Wynn. It's one of those R&Bs, they call it back in the day, bubblegum type music, real cheerful, something that you can move to, bop to, so that's what that's all about, and if you're listening today on WVDM, the radio station, Vaughn Digital Media, you will hear it play once an hour, from 3 to 5. So please tune in for that. And another song that's gaining traction, this one right here, Keep Broham with a new one. And this one right here is an R&B, Keith Broham. He went to Hampton University, for those that may not know. He's originally from New York. He used to be on Def Jam's street team, promoting other artists when he was in college. And then something struck him, say, hey, Why don't you try yours doing something? And my goodness gracious, what an opportunity that we have to have this young man music out there on the forefront. I'm talking about Keith Broham going out tonight. It's a nice R&B, swagger song. I always call him, but you can just groove a little bit. You ain't got to move a whole lot. You ain't got to do no electric slide unless you want to. But going out tonight, it's more like a West Coast little flavor in it. He promoting it, but it's around the world, man. I'm just telling you, this guy's a phenomenon. Not only does he have that song. Oh, now that's Angie Stone. I think I still got it up here. That's this one right here. Keith Broham featuring DJ Eagle Eye. I'm talking about Walk Over Me. Yeah, you can walk all over me. I'm talking about Keith Broham doing his thing. He got too hot. Man, most all his songs are hot. All of them hot. I just want you to know. I just want you to know. Keith Broham is up in there. Up in here. 757 gone. And this man right here, I'm just letting you know. This lady right here, she's back. This is the one and only Sade. Sade, yes, she is back. I'm just telling you, if you want to hear these songs before you purchase them, tune in to WVDM from 3 to 5 on frequency distribution with CAPTAIN85. And that one is called her single, Young Lion. Man, Sade be doing a thing. You already know. It's been over like 10 or 15 years that she's did a song. Hey, let's support our artists. Let's get them back in, because when she come here, I'm buying tickets. I'm buying tickets. If I have to go work DoorDash, if I have to, well, I can't drive that like that. So, but hey, look, I'm just telling you right now. I just want you to know the music that's out there, the music that we can support the brands. That's Sade, Young Lion. This is right here. That's Keith Broham featuring DJ Eagle Eye. Walk Over Me. No, I ain't gonna let you do that one. And this one too is Keith Broham. This is Keith Broham. Like I said, I play a lot of Keith Broham music because I love his voice. He's doing his thing. He's cutting it up. He's making great. These are make great Christmas gifts. And don't forget Angie Stone right here. That's what I'm talking about. Angie Stone. All I'm Missing. And this can play 365 days, leap year. And One to Win, single, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That new single is out. And I'm back again, right down here. Keith Broham is on the charts over here. I'm just letting you know. So if you got a request, you want to hear it, all you got to do is hit me up on Facebook Messenger. Keith Broham going out tonight. And all week when I'm doing the Best of the 757 show, I'll be promoting what's going on in the WVDM radio. And now I'm going to talk about that a little bit. WVDM radio. This is the logo. This is the logo for the station. And I'm asking everybody that chime in and watch, please help support this, because this is the only way we can help the 757, the 804, VA2 up and 2 down. Those artists I just showed you, most of them are in Virginia. Most of them are in Virginia. And how can you help? By listening to WVDM, but most of all, download this app in the App Store. This is for the Apple phone today. Apple phone, this is what I'm promoting today. I do have the Android, but I want to make it specific for everybody that has electronic devices by Apple. Help by just downloading this. This is 24 hours. There is no fees. No fees. And why I say support this, because this is for businesses as well. If you got a business and you want to buy some advertising on this station, it reaches all over the United States. in 3 countries: the United States, the UK, and other, and it's 3 countries, I know that, okay? But the United States is the most important one, unless you're selling stuff on your TikTok or wherever you're selling your merch at. You know, you can reach it and talk about it. I can get your commercial done, you know, for a small fee. I'm not out to get your bag. I'm trying to show you how the bag is really made. I've been doing this for 50 years. And I have made a lot of people money when they listen to what I tell them, when they listen to what I say, you know, because the simple reason, if you don't have a budget for advertising, just putting it on Facebook ain't gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort, what I do here, not just for me, but for the community and to build a brand for my family. This is my business. This is Vaughn Digital Media, LLC. This is not a podcast. This is not a podcast. I pay a license fee. And I have to follow rules and regulations. That's why I have my own app, WVDM. My music is it's distributed through Live 365. But this is my app, and I'm just trying to broaden my radio station so that it'll serve our community far and wide. Far and wide. I have helped a lot of people on this radio station to get recognized. And for those artists out there that just coming about, you might need some coaching. I don't know everything, but I do know music. I can listen to your music within 30 seconds. I can tell you need to do some more work to it. Or I'm not playing that because that's not my format. You got all those other formats out there that'll play your music. Put it out there. But over here, I have a strict policy. Then FCC rules and regulation really regulate what you play. Some people don't follow the rules, so I ain't got nothing to do with what they do. I'm saying what I do. For you to get your royalties, I don't get your money. I don't get it. So you make sure you got everything registered to you, registered to BMI or ABSCAP or one of them that you can trust. If you don't know how to do it, go to a lawyer or have a lawyer to look at what you're trying to do, and they could recommend you somebody that can register your music. You can go on there and register it yourself. But I'm just telling you, it's a jungle out there. But I buy your music. I don't want you to give me anything. This is a business. I'm buying product. Your music is a product for my brand. So what I do is buy your product for my brand. And that's why I had this out build. And pretty soon, 1st of 2025, I will be doing street promotions. If you're interested in being on the radio here at WVDM and street promotions. So it takes a lot. If you're trying to be a recording artist, or if you got a mini movie coming out, all that requires work, teamwork. I'm not trying to rob you, but I guarantee you, I got a budget that nobody's going to beat, and it ain't free. See, the word free is what's destroying our community, because we'll go to the other community and spend all our money. Hey, you can get this. Hey, you can get that. But all our Black businesses are suffering. I done worked in the nightclub business ever since the 70s. I know music. You can't tell me what I don't know, because that's a gift from God. You can't tell me I don't know about what I'm doing, because I do, because I used to work at the radio stations. And plus, I was one of their regular clients in marketing. in advertising. So people don't want to tell the truth because the truth don't look good when they're trying to build their personality and what their brand is. I don't hate on nobody, but I've learned in life, I don't care what I do, I got a lot of haters. But that's okay, because that's what God said. Many come, but few are chosen. I choose to work regardless to help people out. But I ain't no fool. I ain't gonna let you keep mistreating me and think I'm gonna stick around. When God tell me, I can't say God, apologize. I make a mistake in saying that sometime. When my spirit speaks to me and say, shake the dust from your feet and leave that place, I'm gone. I don't care how much money I'm making. Money don't make me. I make money. Let me repeat that again. Money doesn't make me. I make money. That's why people don't like me. But all I do is do your thing. I'm out. I have no problem helping people. But you can't ask your people that look like you to work free. That's slavery. I do what I can to help people out. I can explain it to you, tell you what you need to know, and then it's up to you to implement it. I work with people. They took the side road, and I don't work with disrespectful people. I don't work with people that wants to talk about and criticize other people. Now, we all have our differences, of course. And sometimes, as it's written, the tongue is a double-edged sword. You either speak life or you're speaking death. I'd rather speak life over someone. I want you to do good. I'm going to show you. Sometimes I just show you and work with you, not asking for anything. But at some point, I shouldn't have to work free and you're spending your money on other things other than what you need to get done. Then I have to cut ties. Because what I know wasn't free. I learned it because of the hard work. I learned it because I listened. I learned it because I paid for the education. Nothing is free. Only in our community. Hey, can you lend me? Can you loan me? Can you spare me? We should not be going through that today, 2024, as we get ready to go into 2025. We should not be begging people that look like us, hey, I ain't got the money. Can you lend me? Can you let me slide? Okay, they let you slide. Next thing you know, you done slid about 100 times. And you never got back to the one. But the truth is what you need to hear. And all I know is we can talk about partying, we can talk about making money, but you can't make no money when ain't nobody spending money with you. I was talking to a dear friend of mine yesterday. And she said, what is that star thing that be on your page? I said, oh, I don't know. It's something that I saw them kept saying, you want to buy stars. I said, oh, well, don't worry about it. I just, I don't really ask people to, do that. And, she read it and found out how to do it. And then she said, I bought some stars for you. I said, what? She said, I bought some stars for you. I'm like, well, you didn't have to do that. She said, I know I don't have to do it, but somebody has to do something. That's what you said. You didn't have anybody. I said, well, because I'm when it comes to somebody giving me something, it's kind of hard for me to take it because I'm used to working for what I get. I work for everything I get. That's why I'm always helping people. When I started as a paper boy in Prentice Park and got it, my mom said I was so excited to get it. My mom let me do it because I had to get up like 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff. And I was about 17 or 18 then. And the guy explained to me what I had to do. He said, people don't pay you. These are the people that's your regular route people, and they got to pay you every week, and you got some monthly people. Okay. Now you look in here, you'll see some people ain't paid in 4 or 5 months. That's why the other guy, he went on and quit, because when you a paper boy, they take the money and you get a percentage of it. And if you don't get paid for the paper come first. And sometimes I work weeks without no money. So I had to start dropping people services, because it's like I went about 2 months or 3 months and they didn't want to pay. Like, hey, don't cut my paper off. I need my paper. Well, I need the money to go along with this, with the service. This is not a free service, brother. You better not cut my paper off. Have a nice day. He ain't got no paper. He called the newspaper, said, where my paper at? Said, you ain't paid. Well, I'm gonna pay. Tell the paper boy to come by the house. I'll catch it up and get my paper restored. We've had the habit, I guess, because it's something with the slave system that they had in play. It's like hereditary. We used to continue to supposed to work free, like $1 an hour. That's like free. $1. You got to work 8 hours to get $1. When I used to work 100 hours a week to get $100, and don't let me take a lunch break or went out on the truck to help deliver, that got cut down $12 to $16. Now I'm only taking home I'm taking home $84. That's a learning experience. I learned being at that job. I learned how to rap. I learned how to catch. I learned how to go in the boxes and get the products and bring it and put it on the table for the ladies. I learned how to drive a forklift, a gas forklift, a protein forklift. I learned how to drive a truck, a stick shift, when I didn't know how to drive a stick shift. I learned how to deliver, and I'm good at everything I do. I'm not bragging, but I'm just letting you know. You're not going to beat me in anything I do when it comes to work. I just let you know that, I'm persistent, I'm nice. I can do the work of 8 people or more, depending on what it is that needs to be done. I can get it done. I don't care what it is. I'm going to get the job done. And if I'm working with a crew, they're going to have to work too. So I save companies hundreds of thousands of dollars. When we split ahead at Colonial Store Warehouse, we split ahead a group of 12 to 18 people working to rebuild the Colonial Store Warehouse on the grocery side, take down all the old racks, scrub the floor, seal it, number it, put the racks up, and then reload all the products that went on that line. And you might have, those racks and lines on the floor. You got about 50 in 1 hour. You got about 50 to 60 items. So I keep trying to tell people, you think you can outbeat me in work? Once I get to know it. But that's me. I don't mind helping people. But when it comes to something major as the violence in our community, the negative content our young people are listening to, just listening to a lady about on YouTube. Her child came in the room and gave her a hug. And she said, why are you hugging me? Because I love you. Said her, she said, what's wrong? Because I was looking at YouTube and they was telling me something else to do, but she wouldn't say what it was telling her to do, her child to do, but she was upset. And she said, I love you and I don't want to lose you. She said, what? What kind of video game you are? She went in there and watched it. And the stuff that she was saying, one thing she did mention is that they got a video on YouTube telling kids to run out in the middle of the street, run out in the middle of the street and in front of a moving car. I'm just telling you, if we don't keep up with what's going on with our young people, the programming they got on these internet shows, and she was upset. Her son was upset because he was saying, kill, I wish it, to me, I'm reading through the lines. Kill your mom. We have to be very careful of what our children watch. We can talk all we want to, but it's no game out. It's no game. The enemy is real. Our young people is the future generation. And if we don't protect them, who's going to protect them? Like I said, I try to tell people to do like I do. Sit down and just watch the news when it comes on. From 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Then back at 11:30. You see how much violence is going on in the communities that we stay. How many young people are losing their lives. And the only thing the city can come up said, only thing the mayors and the police can come up with is, I'm tired. You what? You tired? Well, maybe you need to resign because all y'all doing is, this has been going on ever since the 80s. This has been going on ever since the 70s. Here we go, 2024, and getting ready to go into 025. And they keep saying the same thing. All you got to do is look at the news. Look at YouTube and listen to them with the speeches. We got to come together. We got to come together. The police job is to protect and serve. You only call them when you need them. And they ain't there to raise your kids. They ain't there to make sure your next door neighbor ain't in your house, in your refrigerator. What part we don't understand? And then when you call them, like, somebody's on the way. Look like it take them forever to get there. Because why? Oh, well, we're going to go over here. Ain't nothing going to be going on. And then he asked them questions. They're going to go in the house. Ain't nobody going to tell them nobody. Then child loses their lives. Here's the old saying is, I don't think on soul brothers. That was Mod Squad. Link. That played the character Link. When the police would ask him something, he was like, hey, man, I don't think on soul brothers. If your child is raised the right way, he's not thinking or telling on anybody if you raise them right. You're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. That's one of the 10th commandments. But they took the 10th commandments out of the schools and they thinking about bringing them back. I just was informed that Donald Trump is going to reinstitution Bible studies in school. Hello. But you're going to use Donald Trump Bibles. Hello. He's going to get that money. What part you don't understand? We all fall short of grace. Look at the churches. A lot of churches hardly have 100 people in on Sundays after the COVID. And you got your mega churches that's pulling in all the big bucks. But they only doing what's in their community. And you got some great mega churches around here. I don't want to call nobody's names of any church. And they do great work. They do great work. I even had one of the young ladies, father is the head of the church, and there's several different churches throughout the 757. But every year, when New Year's come, man, they taking care of the community. Not just their church, not just their people. Man, they rent the arena over there by Old Dominion. Whoa! Give away so much stuff. Sometimes I wish I was a member. But I've been in my church ever since I was in my mother's womb. That's Fourth Baptist Church on South and Effingham. All I'm saying is we can't tell our young people we love them and then abandon them. We can't do that. We cannot continue to do that. These young people right here in this picture was taken at the Chesapeake Library. Serena Mann had invited me to come to be on the panel to talk to the young people, and I did. I've been talking to young people ever since the 70s, ever since I was a child, ever since I was in elementary school, breaking up fights, and people would say, you're going to get hurt. When I was at Brighton Elementary on Portsmouth Boulevard, nearest to where the fire department is. They say, you're going to get hurt. Those kids are bigger than you. Yeah, I didn't weigh about 70 pounds when I was in elementary school. About 5, maybe 4 something. Won't even 5 something in height. I say that to say this. I love children. I always have. I always have. My kids are grown now. They have grandkids, and most of them are grown, other than my next youngest son. That's Kendrick. He was down in Florida. He has 3 young children, and man, I love them to death. Kenny, his children, he only has 1 child left. That's young. His daughter is grown, and one is grown because she's in college. She's 18. I'm just saying, I'm proud of all my kids, my grandkids. Man, my daughter raised her kids. She did an excellent job. The one that passed away. My oldest daughter, she stays here with me, and when I was sick, she made sure I got to the doctor on time when I couldn't drive or see. I love her to death. She might think I don't, because I'm set in my ways, as old people do, get set in their ways. But each one of my children are precious to me. My youngest son, that's Alex, who's in the military, very intelligent young man, very political. As he was growing up, he would always say, I'm a king. And that was when he was 3 and 4 years old. I am a king. And that's the way he carries himself. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she's been in the Navy and 2 or 3 different colleges, graduated. I'm just saying this. I've been blessed, and I try to do my best to bless others. That's why I do what I do. And that's why I'm in 2025, I've announced it on Facebook to start my 50-year reunion party. I have played in so many clubs that were number 1, and played in some clubs that never got to number 1 other than a couple of weeks or months, because so many people show up. And then back in the day, we didn't have all the situation. They just didn't want all the areas that we are in, a lot of Black people in those areas. But I learned to deal with it. After being at the Club Royal Blue on East Little Creek Road, being at the main event on Colley Avenue, I didn't have too much of a problem at the Broadway or the Big Apple because they were short-term things that I was, promoting. But when I got to Picasso's or Mr. Magic, it was a whole different ballgame. In Virginia Beach, that's another book. That'll be a movie. But I'm just trying to explain to you. There is the ups and downs in everything that you do. Everything that I have done in life is for one goal and one goal only. What I was born to do. And you saw how you know you was born to do it. Because I've been doing it all my life. Other people will say or try to degrade what I do and say only thing he's trying to do is make money. Yes, I made a lot of money for the cities in taxes. I made a lot of money for the vendors that I bought products from. I made a lot of money for entrepreneurs that didn't know nothing but, hey, can you help me out over here? It's not about me. It's about everybody that looks like me. Every young person that looks like me. Every older person that looked like me. Every business that looked like me. Every other race in the United States take care of their community. But if we try to take care of our community, we call you're just trying to make money. Why you don't want to spend no money over here? Now it's called our culture. Because we outspend the average working person. We brand. A lot of people brands. Don't you think it's time to support the brands that are looking like you and doing great work and great things? All these entrepreneurs should not have to suffer. You ain't got to go in there and spend $400 and $500 a week. All you got to do is get 10 of your friends and y'all go spend $5 or more a week. They help to uplift that business. And then tell 10 of your friends to do the same thing. And tell their friends to do the same thing. It's no rocket scientist. It's no mathematic. You got to be a mathematic genius. You just got to care. You got to love. Love is the key to all things to make it possible. But that's all I got for today. Don't forget to join me on WVDM Radio at 3 to 5 on frequency distribution with yours truly, Captain 85. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Y'all have a blessed